There are no epics older than the Homeric epics. The influence that texts like these have had is really quite incalculable.
The oracle bones are one of the oldest objects that we've got, the oldest written objects that we've got in the library. They're written on ox scapula and on turtle shells. They're one of the earliest examples of writing in the Chinese language.
The oldest item that we have in this part of the exhibition is a text for prayer. It's the so-called Nash papyrus. It dates from the 2nd century before Christ. Until the discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls, it was actually the oldest surviving manuscript of any part of the Hebrew Bible.
We have here the first edition of Isaac Newton's Principia Mathematica, 1687, which is one of the most important of all publications in the history of science. Importance is greatly enhanced by the fact that it's Isaac Newton's own first edition.
Gutenberg's greatest innovation really is the invention of movable type. The Gutenberg Bible here was printed in 1454. By 1500, printing had spread to over 250 cities across Europe.
Cambridge and the Cambridge collections are crucial to the history of how we have understood heredity, from Darwin's provisional hypothesis of pangenesis right the way through William Bateson's early work on variation and animal breeding to Crick, Watson and Franklin and the decoding of DNA.
The Vesalius is such an iconic book that shows through extraordinary diagrams and illustrations the benefits of dissection as a teaching and a learning tool for anatomy.
This is the first folio of Shakespeare, the collection of his plays which was published soon after his death by his friends John Hemming and Henry Condell, and it collects many plays which were never saw print in Shakespeare's lifetime, and it's the only available text for many of the plays of Shakespeare. If it hadn't been for the work of Hemmings and Condell in assembling this volume, so many plays which are at the peak of English literary tradition would simply not be known to us.
What started in 1416 as a few manuscripts locked in wooden chests is now a global institution housing 8 million books and manuscripts, billions of words and millions of images, all communicating thousands of years of human thought. These are the objects that changed the world.